Coucou YouTube, j'espère que vous allez bien. Alors pour vous, il n'y a pas eu vraiment de pause, mais pour moi, il y a eu une pause d'une semaine, donc je ne me souviens plus d'où on en est. Ce que je me souviens par contre, c'est que je ne prononcerai pas le nom de ce jeu. Voilà. Allez, on est parti. Merde, attendez, juste une seconde. J'aimerais vérifier un truc. Normalement, il n'y a pas de problème. Oui, c'est bon. Toc, toc. Allons-y.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet
Je me
another
souviens
way
de ça.
for the French to make a spectacle of themselves.
Enfin, je me souviens de ça.
Well,
Je me souviens que l'autre, il
once
a brillé.
again, it worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Alors, ça c'est quoi? Agilité. On va prendre déjà un agilité. Un comme ça. Ah bah, et deux comme ça. Comme ça, on sera full. C'est très bien. Merde. Ouais, ça me semble bien. Let's go. Alors. On peut fouiller avant de lui parler? Il a rien dit à propos de son piaf mort. Hein. Bah, il l'a même laissé dedans. Putain, j'aurais pas dû lui donner du chocolat. Je suis trop triste. Ça, c'est des trucs qu'on a déjà vus. C'est ces fameuses lettres. J'espère que c'est pas des nouvelles. Bon, allons lui parler. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Tell me, my lord, can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply
Il a quand même voulu se foutre en l'air.
into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
And you never know, right? Maybe by then, I'll see things differently.
Well, thank you for allowing me to believe in that possibility, Louis. From here on, I shall make it my mission to persuade you to change your vote.
Be
Ouais,
my
mais n'y
guest.
crois pas trop.
But I hope your arguments are very, very persuasive, because I'm not the only one who isn't on your side.
Oh, rest assured, I am working on it.
Very well, then. I'll see you later, my lord.
Bon, on se casse de là. Est-ce qu'on peut aller voir Emily? Je veux voir Emily. C'est mon seul objectif dans ce jeu. Je vais encore me perdre dans le dédale des chambres. Ah!
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good.
Monsieur Bonaparte,
Sorry, Dorishi. I have no time for traitors such as yourself.
I beg your pardon?
If you are here, it's because Lord Mortimer agreed to include you. And what's the first thing that you do? You betray him by following Sir Gregory and bending over backwards to turn Washington against him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was free to vote as I pleased. I didn't realize I had to vote for Lord Mortimer in order to show my gratitude toward... Hey, he invited me here to come and look for my missing mother during his high society party. I'm sorry, truly sorry. I don't know all your customs yet.
It's just common decency that when invited to a man's castle, you don't go and to pee on his boots. Is it too much to ask?
I guess it is.
Très bien. Bah tu nous fais chier, Bonaparte. Voilà. C'est tout ce que j'ai à dire. Réfléchis par toi-même, ce sera mieux. Ah, Pérou. On peut aller le voir?
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through. We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur
Ah.
Peru must rest.
Il s'est TP lui. Ah non, il est de l'autre côté de la porte. Ok. Bah, j'espère qu'il va pas crever dans la nuit. Je peux aller le faire chier dans sa chambre lui? Mais il n'y a rien à voir de plus que les autres fois en vrai.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly.
La situation se dégrade rapidement ici.
Worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding.
Oh, ok. Ok.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Ouais. Moi je veux voir Emily. Faut que je trouve sa chambre. Emily.
No answer. Nothing. Emily? Emily, are you there?
Comment on tambourine la porte? Bon.
Emily!
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Ah,
Yes, let me in.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
bizarre. Je peux pas bouger. Je fais bugger le jeu? Ah non, c'est bon. C'est bizarre. Elle est avec quelqu'un? C'est chez qui ici? Godoy.
Monsieur de Richet, I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory. Come back later.
I wanted to talk to you a moment
I
and...
am expected. I'm sorry. We shall talk later.
Bon, ok. Ici, c'est chez qui? Chez moi. Piagi. Mais... Da fuck? On peut pas y aller. Je fais le tour des chambres, hein, on sait jamais, il y a peut-être des infos à récupérer. Ici, c'est chez qui? Washington. Bien le bonjour. Est-ce qu'il est dans sa chambre? Non. Si jamais il est arrivé quelque chose à Emily...
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a little
Washington
boost.
n'était pas dans sa chambre. Pareil pour Pérou, hein. Si on le retrouve mort, Washington n'était pas dans sa chambre. Merde, je suis revenu en arrière, quel con. Il y a d'autres chambres à voir au moins? Ah, il est là lui. Ah oui, c'est vrai que lui, on pouvait pas aller dans sa chambre.
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis. Well done, my son. You may well have saved our lives. Who knows what that madman was capable of?
It was a reflex reaction.
And modest as well. Sarah would be proud of you. It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
What do you expect? Mortimer has chosen his supporters.
Maybe he should have chosen more carefully?
But even with such a setback, I'd still be wary of Mortimer. I sense he has still a few surprises in store for us.
Oh, I fully agree with you. I've been told about Washington. Congratulations, Louis. I must admit, though, when I first saw you, I would never have put money on you succeeding. Well, I was wrong.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
On that note, I shall leave you, Louis. I see you later.
Ok. C'est chez qui ici? Ah, c'est chez la meuf. Ok. On pourrait peut-être entrer. Est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas quelqu'un caché dans la chambre? Nope. Non, bon, il n'y a rien de plus à voir ici. Ok. Laissez-moi sortir. Ouf. En fait, ce jeu, il est frustrant, je trouve. Il est grave cool, mais il y a tellement de phases d'exploration que je trouve que ça le rend un poil lent. Parce que là, je me tape toutes les chambres.
Congratulations, Monsieur de Richet. You made the right decision at the conference. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you could spare me a moment. I'd like to speak about what happened to Monsieur Peru.
And I, monsieur, would rather not. Frankly, I believe that he more than deserved his fate. Don't expect me to feel sorry for him.
You seem to have taken a personal stance. Am I wrong?
Ever since I found out that traces incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body. You can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Excuse me. Wrong room.
Ok. Donc vous voyez, genre ce genre d'interaction, on peut passer à côté si on fouille pas. Mais en même temps, on a tellement fait le tour de ces chambres 1 million de fois que parfois j'ai un peu la flemme. J'ai juste envie de poursuivre l'histoire, quoi. Et donc c'est un poil dommage, je dirais. Mais bon, après le jeu est grave cool en soi. Ouais, Pérou, on peut pas aller le voir. Et ben on va rentrer. Par contre, je m'inquiète un peu pour Emily, là. Soit elle est dans la sauce, soit elle se tape un autre homme. On retient que Washington n'était pas dans sa chambre. Donc à tout moment, il était avec elle. Louis, c'est ici notre chambre.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Ok. Par là. C'est dans la chambre d'Emily qu'ils sont rentrés. J'espère par contre que notre daronne ne va pas lui faire la misère.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying. I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
On va passer par le balcon d'à côté. Merde, c'est la chambre de Napoléon, il va jamais nous laisser passer, lui. Attendez, on va essayer de forcer la porte.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying. I can't understand what she's saying.
Ah, bon.
Emily! Emily, are you there? Answer me. Emily!
Putain. Bon, bah, on va essayer de passer par le balcon de Bonaparte. Ça se trouve, il est même pas dans sa chambre. Il va nous tège. Ah, mais non, c'est vrai. Hop. On est rentré tout à l'heure.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
C'est bon, là, tu y arrives. Voilà. C'est où la chambre d'Emily? Non, là, ça doit être la chambre de Bonaparte. Ben voilà.
Huh. It's as if there are several people inside.
What are you on about now?
C'est qui la meuf par terre?
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've
Oh,
done for
fuck!
You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
C'est l'autre.
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival, on the wharf, something happened to me. What was it?
A malaise. The moment you arrived, you felt ill, and I offered to help while Piaggi went up. And you turned me down flat.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Mais je sais pas, moi.
Once at the manor, we split up into two groups. What group did I choose?
You decided to follow Sir Gregory and Cardinal Piaggi into the small salon, and he ran into Miss Adams. Of course you know all this. I'm the one who told you about it.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Did we get a chance to speak?
Certainly not. I was exhausted and went to bed. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us. last night when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect from me?
Exactly what happened. I was
Merde!
hoping you would share your bed with me. What?
Which I did.
And it was delicious, sir. What do you mean, it was delicious? You little slut. What did you do? Believe it or not, Louis, out of fear of her jealousy, I didn't tell Emma that we spent last night together. I hate you!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Depuis le début, je me dis que c'est elle. Donc on va dire que c'est elle.
Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hills. No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away. You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
J'espère que c'est la
It
bonne.
was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
Damn it. Now what's going on?
Alors, on va prendre ça déjà et ça. Je sais pas si j'ai choisi la bonne. Franchement, on a laissé passer trop de temps. C'est trop chiant. Oh, bah, qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé à lui? Il y a un cadavre, il dit rien sur lui. Merde, mais attendez, je dois passer par où? Ah, par là. J'aurais dû regarder les immunités et tout, là. J'ai fait de la merde.
Good God. They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Je sais pas s'il faut que j'y aille.
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming,
Certainly
was I?
not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Je pense que là, si on était avec Emma, la daronne, elle va nous dire: qu'est-ce que tu foutais avec Emma? Pourquoi Emily, elle était au sol? J'espère en vrai, parce que j'ai envie de savoir qui est-ce que j'ai buté. Enfin, qui est-ce que j'ai buté entre grosses guillemets. Mais du coup, à tous les coups, c'est Emma qui est venue nous faire du rentre-dedans la veille. C'était étonnant qu'elle vienne comme ça. Je sais pas. Je sais pas ce que j'ai foutu. J'espère qu'il va pas falloir refaire l'énigme pour descendre dans la crique parce que je me souviens plus. J'aurais dû lui demander comment elle avait déverrouillé la gorgogne en vrai. Bref, j'aurais dû faire d'autres choix. J'ai merdé. Je m'attendais pas à cette scène. Ah, je suis déjà full. Alors, hop. Et merde. Par là. Je crois qu'on reprend le chemin au bout. Non, je suis pas rentré dans le labyrinthe là. Ah si, par ici. Nope. Ouais, c'est bon. C'est ouvert. Alors, la daronne, elle est où?
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You are the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Coucou Ruru,
Mother,
comment tu vas?
Listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess. Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them.
Allez, raconte-nous tout.
Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? Yes, I did. Why?
Too bad. We'll deal with it later.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked, composed of 7 parts. Each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic. He was flamboyant.
Wait a minute. Who are you talking about? Von Borchardt?
No, Mortimer, of course. He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted?
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice? Did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchert's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute. One last thing. I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Okay.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke but frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
You know, I found your package under a wharf.
Thanks for not touching it.
Okay.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Ouais, bon, ok. Allez, c'est bon.
I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you gonna tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
C'est la fin, ouais. J'ai découvert... Putain, on a raté plein de trucs. C'est qui Al-Azif? Je sais même plus. J'aurais pu passer par la jambe de Jacques Perrot pour aller sur le balcon, ok. J'ai découvert que le cardinal Piaggi ne s'est pas laissé perturber par les événements. J'ai réussi à passer par la chambre de Napoléon sans faire de traces. J'ai protégé l'une des deux jumelles, on ne dit pas laquelle. Je suis allé voir l'attroupement devant la chambre. Ok. Alors, j'ai 4 points à mettre. Ça va nous servir, je pense. Allez hop. On part là-dessus.